challenge, which is the BBC World Service archive prototype. Oh God. Right. So I'm going to talk about it. So, as you might expect, so the BBC has been broadcasting since about 1922 and has accumulated a very large archive over the years. There's a significant amount of audio material, video material, a wealth of information being captured in it. And an interesting case in the BBC archive is the BBC World Service. So for those of you who don't know, the BBC World Service is the international radio station of the BBC. And it's actually the most listened to radio station in the whole world, and I think there's about 5 million unique auditors per week. So it's a really, really big radio station, which has been broadcasting since about 1936. And they accumulated a massive archive over the years as well. And we were sort of tasked with this archive a couple of years ago, and to see what we could do with it. One interesting thing was that the whole archive was digitized, but there was very little metadata available around each of these programs in the archive. So there were, for about 70% of the programs in there was absolutely no textual metadata. Very difficult to search, very difficult to browse, and all that wealth of information available within this archive was effectively lost. So nobody could actually reuse and repurpose that content. So what we did is a couple of things. So the first thing that we did was to try and automatically interlink archive content, so directly from the raw sort of media file, and try and interlink it with linked data sources, identifying topics, identifying contributors, identifying everything that we could extract from the content itself. Once we did that, we generated a lot of RTF triples describing our archive content, and we used all that automatically extracted metadata to publish it online. And after that, what we try and do is to create a sort of virtuous circle between our users feeding back on the quality of that data and on the quality of that automatically extracted data, and our algorithms learning from that feedback continuously. So if you go to that website, if you go to that prototype, any single piece of individual annotation, you can feedback on that. You can feedback on its quality, you can say to the algorithms whether it gets wrong, right, or wrong. And whenever you do that, it will have an impact on the system, which will retrain itself and create better and better algorithms. So I will now spend most of my time just going through the prototype itself and showing a couple of things there. So everything is available. If you sign in, you can feedback on the data, and but it's free and it's all available online. So I will start with the beginning. So the first thing that we start by extracting is trying to identify who contributes to these programs. And that's what you can see here, basically. So in that particular case, Charles Carroll is the presenter of that program, and he introduces some people, David Chupman and Robin Denzello, who will speak for a couple of minutes each. The other thing that we do as well is to identify the speakers across programs. So if I click on David Chupman here, I will get to an aggregation of all the programs in the archive where he was located, found to be speaking as well. And all these contributors are identified with linked data URIs. So after our automated processing, we know that there are individual speakers contributing to various programs in the archive, but we don't exactly know who they are. So we ask our users to help us with that. So if you click on that small button here, you can start identifying those people with the URIs. But once you do that once for one program, you propagate to all the other programs that are detected as featuring the same contributor. And right now, so we are trying to automate that as well. So we are working with Wikimedia and trying to upload voice samples for famous people on Wikimedia so that we can automatically identify those people in the future. So once we have this sort of segmentation, we can start to do interesting things like automated tagging. So I will just look for. So if I just look at that particular program. I can see the following tags there. So once we have that segmentation in speakers, stickers, we do automated speech recognition on that, and after that we try to extract tags from these automated transcripts. And we get this sort of tags there, each of which is identified by Wikipedia. So smallpox, infectious disease, virus, eradication, and so on. And we use these topics both for the search, so you can search for things in the archive, and also for browsing. So if you want all the programs in the archive featuring, talking about smallpox, then you just click on that link and you get there. But as I mentioned before, so there's a huge crowdsourcing component as well. So we ask our users to validate or invalidate individual annotations that were made on programs in the archive. So for example, I can go here and say, yes, this program is about public health. And as soon as I do that, so it will first change the search engine that's here. So basically, if someone else comes to the prototype and look for public health, he will be more likely to find this particular program. But also retrain a particular classifier which will capture that bit of information here. So basically, I accumulate ground truth as I go along, and I create better and better classifiers for various different concepts. Right, so this prototype is really trying to illustrate this sort of virtuous circle between automated interlinking and user feedback. Another thing that I could show quickly as well, that's the search engine, so search for anything. Another thing that we did as well in the search is to bias that a little bit so that if you so that it will tend to boost things that were never listened to in the archive, so things that are being sort of black spot in the archive, and we have had very little feedback on the quality of that data, so we try to direct people to these particular things. Another quick thing as well, which is a bit of a spoiler for my talk tomorrow, is so it's live, so sometimes it works pretty well, sometimes it's less good. So what we do as well is to try and apply the same mechanism, so automated sort of tagging on our live output. So we listen to our constant BBC News stream and extract topics on what is being said on air. So that's the blue dots that you can see here. So basically, these blue dots were mentioned in the last 5 minutes of BBC News. And all the small dots there, and it continuously moves. And all the small dots are archive programs that relate to these topics. And this visualization is actually used by journalists to see quickly whether we have archive content that could be used in support of a particular news story. So for example, there was something about China and manufacturing, and it points to this particular program. My finger is so cool, I cannot click on anything. It points to this particular program from 2004, about something that possibly is related to these topics there. I still have 2 minutes, that's amazing. So we could just keep on watching this visualization and just how beautiful it is. So we try to use that so our journalists use that to find related. And we'll talk a bit more about that tomorrow. But for example, a couple of weeks ago there was the Physics Nobel Prize, and these visualizations surfaced quite a few actual recordings of various events at the CERN before the actual sort of Higgs boson discovery, which were really interesting for actual supporting content for that particular story, which was reused by BBC journalists. And I think that's it. Thank you.